Greg, do the Pokemon favorite picker. Oh, I'm a bad person to ask about Pokemon. I don't think I played Pokemon before beyond Gen 4. I played 1 to 4, and that was like as a kid. But let's pull it up. Okay, I got you. GitHub.io. Wait, is this on yeah, whatever, we'll just do this. Pick your favorites. What are we? Oh, it's quite literally, I can do like 1 or 2 because I recognize, like, yeah, like literally these 4 generations are what I recognize. Starting with 5, I never played 5 and beyond, so like, holy moly, they're on Gen 9 now. I didn't realize it was on Gen 9. Like, these 4 and Vibe pick 5. Okay, well, 4, number 1. What do we got? What do we got? We're doing the Pokemanz. What do I like on the normals? To be honest with you, you know what carried me as a kid? What carried me as a kid was this, oh crap, what's this bird's name? Oh my god, I can't even remember these Pokemons anymore, guys. You're asking the literal boomer at this point. This one, the Pidgey equivalent bird that you get on the starter route, Pidgeot, yeah. This bird carried me as a kid. But if you're gonna ask me like my favorite, I'm a plain Jane. I like the Eevee as a kid. The Pokemon that carried you in your childhood go hard. That's why I love Ampharos. Nice. With fire, I think I did a Ponyta. I think I did a Ponyta or a Rapidash. Yeah, I did the Rapidash for my fire. Here's a good one. I was a Bulbasaur kid. I was a Bulbasaur kid, and I was a Pikachu kid. I had the original Pikachu Pokemon Yellow, and when I played Fire Red or whatever it is, I picked Bulbasaur. These two are like the starters I remember for Pokemon. This tool is flawed. When I did this on stream, this was sick because I remember more German names than English ones. I can't fill every square with Mudkip. Yeah, sure, we could just haha Mudkip, but I did actually use Mudkip. Like, unironically, you could just put the Mudkip right there for now. I can't fill every square. There's no meme. Mudkip is my guy. Fair enough. If I were to fill in that one, though, I liked using... Where is he? Where is he? This guy. Yeah. The Lotad is what I liked. He's just a silly little guy. Lotad, yeah. I remember seeing the little thing on his head, the lily pad. I was like, oh, that's funny. I liked it as a kid. The best Pokemon are the silly guys. Yeah, exactly. But let's not get distracted by Gen 3 just yet. Gen 3 is the one I played the most of as a kid. Gen 1 I played when I had it, and I liked... Which one did I like the most? I wasn't too big on the water Pokemon, to be honest with you. But I was probably the Gyarados. It was probably the Gyarados, right? OG. Who's messaging me? Oh, okay, that's... Sorry, I was getting pinged. I was curious. You could just leave it out for some. I did for some too. Yeah. Ice. Oh, Ice was Lapras. I liked... Yeah, I liked... This is the one I did like for Ice. I was curious if it doubled up. Fight... Like, is this a Lapras specifically? Lapras, yeah. Okay, I'm surprised I remember the names. Oh, the kick guy, Hitmonlee. That one dude that gave you a Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan? Yeah, I like the Hitmonlee. I like the kicking. I like the kick guy. Poison. Oh, I didn't really use poison at all. I used more ghost types than I used poison, to be real with you. Yeah, this is probably gonna be like the first one I'm gonna leave empty because I did not use poison. That's probably the one I'd leave empty. But ground, yeah, same with the ground. Like I didn't do, like I had an, I remember the Onyx. The Onyx is what I remember because as a kid, when I first started playing Pokemon as a kid, funny enough, I got jailed at Brock's gym because my Pikachu couldn't use the thunder attacks and I didn't really understand the typing system at the time. Like, the Onyx, I like the Onyx because I remember struggling against him, and I had to I remember specifically backing up so far before the Onyx that I found the what's the like the champion hall or whatever after you have 8 badges. I found that area without even realizing that was the end game because I was searching so hard for a Pokemon to beat this Onix. So Onix trading Gen 2 carrying first gym fire. True. That's the Gen 2 life. But yeah, like Gen 1, I have a good memory of this where like this Onix kicked my butt. So I have Victory Road. Yeah, Victory Road. Like I literally went up on the Victory Road to like figure it out. And yeah, I got the Mankey. Specifically the Mankey is what helped me beat this guy. The Mankey is like, I finally found the Pokemon because I was just like, I didn't know what to do as a kid. I didn't understand the type system. I was like 5 or whatever. So I just kept sending Pokemon at it until something worked. And the Mankey is what got me through. So yeah, true. I guess I have to give props to the Mankey if we're going on that story. As much as I like the Hitmonlee, the Mankey did carry me when I was a kid. Abandoned strategy, become monkey. True. Speedy Blue 101, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated, gamer. Let me, oh, I gotta snooze the ads. There we go, 15 minutes, we got time. But yeah, the Mankey is what ultimately let me get past the Onix. Flying, yeah, flying is still gonna be the, it's probably gonna be the Pidgeot. The Pidgeot, the OG, I liked him. I liked him the most. Psychic, I like the Alakazam. I didn't even realize Mewtwo and Mew were a thing when I played the game, so Alakazam as like a psychic type. I did not like Mr. Mime. If we're gonna talk about like a least favorite, Mr. Mime creeped me out as a kid. I hated clowns as a kid. So I remember like the primal fear I felt looking at clowns as a kid. And I did not like looking at Mr. Mime or even like Jinx. Both of those scared me. So I liked Alakazam more. The way you said, wasn't Alakazam Giga broken in Gen 1? Incredibly broken, but I didn't really know that as a kid. I just liked the way he looked. The way you said I liked him just made me think of that Boondocks episode. I likes you and I wants you. Now we could do this the easy way or the hard way. No, like unironically, I've seen that clip so often, Chives. It's probably just, I'm probably just subconsciously saying it like that because I've seen that clip. It's a very funny clip. And the guy assaulted Chris Hansen. Sexually assaulted him, specifically, the booty warrior. Chris Hansen. Boondocks was funny, man. It's a funny show. It still holds up too. Bug types. I didn't really use bug types too much, but I did like seeing Scyther. Scyther was the only one I liked because he didn't really look too much like a bug. These Metapods, I remember, oh, Metapods? I hated seeing Metapods in the forest. The Viridian Forest or whatever, I hated seeing Metapods. I don't know why. As a kid, I struggled with I don't remember how I struggled killing these things, but I struggled as a kid killing these things. So whenever I saw a Metapod, it pissed me off because I knew I was going to be there for the long haul. That sort of thing. I was probably just using bad typing moves on it in hindsight, but these guys always got like their max defense against me and it was GG's. You used tackle and they kept doing harden. Yeah, exactly. It's basically what happened. They only use one move, raise defense. Yeah, I know, and I always just thought it was like a pain in the butt to fight. Oh man, they're just gonna make me sit here forever tackling. When I didn't know as a kid I needed to use a special attack. I just tackled my way through. It was dumb. The amount of times a buddy of mine and I wanted to see send the Uncle Ruckus screaming "Read" at a point of contact at work. Yep, they only use one move to raise defense. I didn't figure this stuff out as a kid, so you know, GG's. I gotta give Onix the Rock as well. The Onix Rock Ground, both same difference to me. He's the iconic man to me. He almost walled me out of Pokemon Gen 1, man. Ghost type, the Haunters. I remember like that one tower, like the one tower where you couldn't see the ghost and you needed the telescope to see. I remember seeing the shadow of the Haunter, and that scared me as a kid. Like that Haunter, I was shaking in my boots when I saw that for the first time. I was like, oh my gosh, get me out of this hellscape. And then at some point I figured out I had to go like defeat the Team Rocket Tower or whatever it was, right? That sort of thing. Well, especially since in first gen special attack was tied to the type of attack. I didn't know any of this as a kid. I was a 5-year-old playing Pokemon. I played it on my Game Boy Color, man. I did not know any of this. But yeah, seeing the Haunter shadow, GG's. Dragon, I didn't really, I mean, I guess, yeah, I mean, the whatchamacallit, the Dragonite, right? Yeah, the Dragonite's iconic, but I didn't really use it much as a kid at all. It's stuff I know now. I was lost too. Heck yeah. Holy moly, what are these? I don't even recognize these. Substitute doll? There's like no dark. This guy, I remember, yeah, this guy. It's not even a dark type, right? Just missing ghost. This is what I remember. Wow, there's actually like no steel types or dark types. And then, I mean, fairy didn't exist in this point. But I remember Clefairies, even if they weren't considered fairy back in the day. And then starter, I was a Bulbasaur kid. I was unironically a Bulbasaur kid. I don't know about gimmick forms, but I saw the fat Pikachu, so I'm picking the fat Pikachu. And then Articuno. Yeah, Articuno was the first legendary. The Articuno was the first legendary I ever fought in Gen 1, and when I saw it, I was so enamored. Like, I remember the music change specifically for Articuno, so this one's like legit my favorite. And then favorite. Out of all of these, it's either like the Mankey or the Onix. It probably has to be the Mankey, unironically. The Mankey was my savior. That Mankey went all the way to, like, yeah, he went to the Primeape. He was in the A team the entire time because that Mankey, I knew if I had Mankey on the team, I would win. Mankey's a wild pick without context, yes, but he specifically got me out of Gen 1 jail. So that's why I have a soft spot for him. Like, it's a funny thing to say, but like the Mankey, I literally tried everything else at that point. I did like the Caterpies. I did the rhinoceros dudes, what their names again? Like the Nido Queen, like the Nido whatevers. These guys, right? Their first form of those, whatever it was, the poison, right? Here it is. Yeah, the Nidoran and the Nido King or Nidorans. These guys didn't work for me. I just remember going down the list. The Weedles didn't work. I think I didn't have the Weedles at that point. The bug types didn't work. The Caterpie didn't work. My starter, the Pikachu didn't work. Obviously with Bulbasaur later on it worked, but like I didn't have like these things, right? And then like the Pidgey didn't work. I was so lost as a kid. But the Mankey said, "I come from the far lands of Victory Hall. Let me carry you through the gym." When I saw like the word super effective and I saw the Onyx bar melt, I was so ecstatic as a kid. Playing Pokemon without being able to read is a core memory. I could read, I just didn't understand the systems when I played it. I was like 5 or 6 at that point, so I could read. I just did not understand typing at all, and it showed. But anyway, yeah, Mankey baby. And then same thing, like same reasoning with whatchamacallit. Same reasoning over here. Oh wait, no. The Smeargle. I remember the Smeargle. I thought this guy was Gen 3. No, the Smeargle, I thought he was so cool as a kid. Being able to like copy the moves or whatever, right? I thought that was cool. I like that personally. Seeing the Smeargle. I thought he was Gen 3, I'm not gonna lie. I know he shows up in Gen 3, but I didn't realize he was a Gen 2er. Then Fire, I actually really liked Entei. The dog legendaries were cooler to me than the birds, but that's because I grew up with a lot of dogs. I grew up with so many dogs that I like dogs inherently more. The birds are whatever to me, but I like the dog legendaries a lot more. Water, I think I did Totodile for this because I did not choose Chikorita for this. I did Totodile for this. So the Totodile was up there. This is also the Wooper. The Wooper doesn't have the same haha funnies, but the Totodile, I liked seeing the little chompers as a kid. It made me laugh. So I chose him. I did not care for Chikorita, and Cyndaquil didn't really appeal to me. I liked Typhlosion later on, but I didn't like Cyndaquil. It was a bad first impression. Grass type, I like this little dress one because, yeah, Blossom. I remember seeing her so much, but otherwise not too much on the electric. Oh, the Pichu. Yeah, the Pichu. I remember seeing Pichu pop up in like one of the early cartoons for Pokemon, and like that was like such a big deal back in elementary when they revealed Pichu, right? It was like there's a form below Pikachu. Oh my gosh, Brolo's Pikachu. The amount of like basically they forced Pikachu so hard. Like they still basically do, right? Pikachu was the, like, if you looked at like any commercials, any like advertising towards Pokemon as a kid, they put Pikachu on it, right? And then after all that advertised, they advertised the game where you could have the Pikachu as your partner that walked behind you. Like in Pokemon Yellow, they let you do the Pikachu follow behind you, right? That was so cool to me as a kid. Just like, he was the only Pokemon that followed you behind you, your partner in crime, right? That was such a cool thing to me. That I mean, I am the Pikachu guy, yeah, but they pushed it so hard and it was so cool to see. It's like, you could have Pikachu follow you, that's so cool. That sort of thing. I do not remember any of these, like, I remember Delibird's Ground? I did not know that. I barely remember Swinub. Yeah, I'm not gonna pick anything for, like, for ice. I did not do too much for ice. Oh yeah, this is ice, not ground, that's why. Whatever. Fighting, I like the Hitmontop because he was the extension of the Hitmons. But that's about it. Not too much on the fighting this one time around. Poison, I guess the Crobat, but not specifically because he's poison, but because he was like the final evolution of the bat Pokemon, right? The final evolution of these guys, right? The Golbat turning into Crobat was pretty cool. Anything else for ground? Oh yeah, definitely the Steelix, like no question on that. The Steelix is iconic. Runner up to Donphan here. These Donphans killed me as a kid. But otherwise, yeah, it has to be the Steelix. Oh, in this game, I remember seeing Xatu. Yeah, the Xatus. These guys were so creepy, but I actually really liked seeing them as a kid. I don't know why. Like, this sort of stuff was like a 50-50 on whether it creeped me out as a kid or if I really liked it. In this case, the Xatu was like, oh, that's cool. So I remember the Xatu specifically. And then, like, yeah, the Natus, but the Xatu specifically because it's like a dude standing up. That's what I remember. I did not get any of the unknowns, but I remember Espeon. I do remember Espeon because I like my Eevees. Bug? I don't remember anything about bugs. I mean, I don't have any particular favorite here, yeah. Rock. Sudowoodo, yeah. The Sudowoodo, yep. We got the Sudowoodo. That dude blocking you was, I remember that. Ghost, I do not remember you. I do not, Miss Drevius, I can't remember you at all. Sorry, gamer. I didn't realize Kingdro's dragon, so I'm not gonna put anything there. I do remember the Umbreon though. The whole Sudowoodo quest is truly goated. Heck yeah. I remember Umbreon though. Seeing Umbreon and Espeon, I thought people were lying to me as a kid when like they said Eevee evolutions for Psychic and Dark existed, and that the kids somehow found a way to turn them into like Espeon or Umbreon, and we like not knowing how to do that. Outside of like the only hint I remember hearing as a kid is don't use a stone on it, just fight it, use it normally, and eventually you'll turn into like one of those two ones. And trying to figure out how they turned as a kid. Like I remember talking in like those years. I don't remember you, one of my favorite ghost types. Sorry, gamer. I don't remember Misdrevious at all. That's how it goes in Pokemon lands. I'm sure some of my favorites you don't remember either at this point. Still Steelix. Fairy. These weren't really fairy types in the day, but they're considered fairy now. But I remember Togepi. Togepi because of the anime. Starter, definitely still Totodile. The gimmick form. What are these gimmick forms? I don't know. Mega Steelix. Legendary. Legendary, I still think Entei is the coolest. Yeah, Entei is definitely the coolest. Gambling addict Togepi. Yeah, pretty much. And then my favorite out of all of these, it's really hard to say, but it probably would actually have to be the Espeon. You know, it's funny to say that my favorite type in Gen 1 is a fighting type, but I'm pretty sure I like the psychic types going forward from here. The psychic type Pokemon were really cool to me growing up. Yeah, like here's a spoiler. I liked the Soul Rock. The gimmick boss in Gen 3 where they had like the two twins doing the psychic ones with Soul Rock and what is the one, Lunatone? This was so cool to me as a kid. This is like when they introduced the double battles, right? And seeing like the Soul Rock alongside it was really cool. I like seeing that one. I'm also going through this and just picking on vibes, and like half my picks are just silly little cutesy guys so far. You like silly little cutesy guys, yeah. The vibes. Fire type. I liked Torchic, but okay, Torkoal. Here's that's another Pokemon that tripped me up as a kid. The fire type gym and the Torkoal. I struggled with this Torkoal too. I don't know why, but I remember Torkoal just messing me up as a kid. At this point, I understood typing, but I think I was just underleveled or something, because I remember Torkoal wiped me a couple times. Like unironically, I just remember getting wiped. I probably just was underleveled. I didn't spend too much time in zones, so I definitely got whatchamacallit. I got stuck in this. I got stuck in this gym, right? So the Torkoal, it's this Onyx all over again. Flannery's Torkoal was a major roadblock, I remember. Yeah, exactly. Like for whatever reason, the gyms, like here's another one that tripped me up as a kid. This guy, this Makuhita, this Makuhita messed me up. Oh gosh, yeah, you want to talk about gyms messing me up? The fighting gym, like the second gym or whatever it was. This dude messed me up as a kid. I keep forgetting about Mega Swampert. What a unit. Oh, I should probably, here, I'm gonna do this offline. There we go. Like, yeah, the Makuhita though, this dude messed me up so hard, it's not even funny. I just got owned in Gen 3 as a kid. Nowadays it's whatever, but you know, it was a different story. Oh, and then the slacking, of course. The slacking is what I fondly remember is the slacking. This dude, like, there's a theme here, right? I remember a lot of the gym battles that made me struggle, but these like slackings were pretty cool. I like the slacking. Grass, I think I actually did Trico this time around, but I really liked my Sceptile. The Sceptile is what I like the most out of these. The Sceptile is the coolest to me. This is like the first one. Man, forgot about Whitney's Miltank from Gen 2. What about it? The Miltank from Gen 2, I don't remember getting tripped on that. I think I played Gen 2 a bit after I got into Gen 3. I don't think I played this sequentially. I didn't play this sequentially. I'm pretty sure I started with Gen 1. At some point, I picked up Gen 3 when I was a bit older. And then I went back to Gen 2 when I realized there was a gen in between. So by the time I was old enough at this point, I don't remember getting stuck on Pokemon too much after that. It was way more stressful to fight. Well, to give you a timeline, I was like 5 years old when I played Gen 1. I think I was about like 8 or 9 when I played Gen 3. And then like I was like double-digit age by the time I played Gen 2. So like 10 or so, maybe 11. That's what I remember timeline-wise. And at that point, I knew Pokemon. I never had an issue with Whitney. Yeah. Whitney didn't mess me up at that point. That's what I remember of it. Electric, I like Plusle. I liked Plusle specifically. I thought Minun was too negative. Haha. But I remember this being the reasoning as a kid. Yeah, the Minun and the Plusle worked together, but I like the Plusle more. Ice, Spheal. No question. I like the Spheal. I saw Spheal and I thought it was cute. So it's like, oh, you're my favorite. I put mine in because I like him. I'm also negative. Will you be the Minun to my Plusle then, Shifes? Oh. The Roselia. I remember Roselia. She's probably, yeah, she's not going to be in the grass slot, but it's like a poison slot. I'll give it to her. I'll give her that. And then ground. Plusle labeled a nipple up player. Is it up play if it's real? Plusle labeled, Plusle named Anilla up player. Minun named Jita down player. It's amazing. The yin to the yangs. Aw, dang it. I tried to skip ads, but it's coming in a minute. Well, too bad. We'll just have to keep going. I'll just stop when the ads play. Ground types. I think I actually like the Groudon at this point. This is where I started paying more attention to the legendaries. The Groudon was cool. Hold up, let me double check what that ping is. Okay, it's just matchmaking. I don't have to worry about it. There we go. Anyway, the Groudon was pretty cool. I liked it as a ground type. Flying. I liked this one, Altaria. Yeah, the Altaria. I remember the flying gym at this point. The flying gym at this point was pretty cool. I enjoyed that area in general, and I spent a decent amount of time around it. Altaria is very cute. I just like the flying gym in general. The flying types are cool. I really enjoyed it for this gen. Just sub to skip the ads. True, you too can skip the ads with a Prime sub to GregTimeTTV. Sub now and avoid ads so you can look at the Pokemon list. But it's about to hit. I used all my skips. I'm sorry, gamers. Bezos requires his 2 cents of ads to go through. So I'll stop right here while I wait for them to hit. You too can avoid. Or you too can avoid ads with a sub to GregTimeTTV. Smile. Otherwise, I used all my skips. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What else though? What else? I guess we can look at like the bug type. Like, I did not like. Oh, did the music change? Oh no. Okay, no, it's just the soundtrack itself. I thought the cue skipped. Hold up, here we go. Sizer is cool. It's probably the Sizer evolution of the Scyther. Like, yeah, at this point, I just don't remember. If I had to choose, right? I don't explicitly remember. I don't remember seeing this guy. Like, I don't have the memory to see this guy, to be honest with you. Like, unironically, I don't remember. Anyway, I'm just taking a water break while we wait for the ads to be done. He was like, Steelix, you probably use your steel coat in Onyx. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I don't remember seeing him at all. I used it on the Onyx. Yeah, that's so true, yes. That's unironically true. That's exactly what I did. I remember using the item to get the Steelix, so I guess that's why I don't remember him. I'll do it. Okay, we're back from the ads now, so I'm gonna keep going. What do we want to do for bug types? I like the Beautifly. Yeah, the Beautifly is what I remember. I was the opposite. I didn't know Steelix was a thing. It's funny how it works, right? It's funny how that all works and how it all, like, how you end up making decisions in this. That's what I liked about the old Pokemons, at least. These, like, sort of things that, like, led to different playthroughs. Like, when I discuss these things with the kids on the playground, it's like, whoa, that's a thing? Sometimes the kids would just BS you just cuz. But, like, sifting through what was, like, real and what was, like, the kids BSing you was part of the fun. Rock type, I liked, what was his name? I liked Aron. I remember seeing him in the little cave. The first cave outside of the fighting gym where you could get this guy. I thought this guy was cool, and I added him to my team. He got demolished by the Makuhita at the fighting gym. And I immediately put him away because I thought the Aron was garbage at that point. He just got slapped so silly by the fighting guy that I just didn't even bother after that. I remember that specifically, which in hindsight I shouldn't have, because this dude is this Aggron's OP, right? But as a kid, I didn't know that. I just thought, oh, you just got demolished. I'm not gonna use you anymore. Goodbye. But Aron, good memory. Ghost type. I liked this dude. Yeah, the what's his name? Dusclops. That looked like a ghost type to me. I liked seeing him. It was like, oh, that's a ghost. Like, I don't know why I liked him as a kid. I can't remember why. I just remember saying, oh, he's a ghost. That's cool. Because you didn't really see too many ghost types. You had like this one chain and then Dust and then Midrevis, right? Misdrevis? Yeah, Misdrevis? Yeah, Midrevis. Mid. But, anyway, like having more ghost types in this gen was cool to me. And, the Dusclops was what stood out to me as a kid. Dragon type, I remember liking... Oh, it's either... No, Rayquaza. Who am I even kidding? It's Rayquaza. Rayquaza was a cool... Like, having the Rayquaza that early was incredibly cool to me as a kid. Balancing-wise, it probably shouldn't happen. But Rayquaza was iconic. Being able to, like, deal with him or, like, before the 8th gym and, like, have him, like, before that was cool to me as a kid. What did I walk into? You walked into Desalee posting the... Desalee said, hey, Greg, do this Pokemon selector. And I said, sir, yes, sir, anything for the content. This is Grand Blue. Yeah, this is Grand Blue gameplay. I get rated by an Avatar streamer, and he said, do this Pokemon thing, you know? GG's. So now we're doing Pokemanz. We're doing, like, up to Gen 5, I think. We can do, like, a vibe Gen 5. But Rayquaza had aura. Unironically, he had so much aura. Are we this desperate, huh? Not at all. Desalee just said, do this, and I said, sure, why not? I'm just chilling tonight otherwise. I'm not doing much of anything. Not too much going on tonight. Anything to save the people from themselves, if you insist. Dark type, though, Poochyena. I liked Poochyena. He was like the first dark type. He's the first dark type I remember getting specifically, knowing he was a dark type. And I wanted a dark type. So Poochyena was specifically really good. I liked getting him, even if it's like the Mightyena form was whatever. You do be getting him in the first route. Yeah, I thought it was cool having a dark type that early. Change it up a bit, right? You do be getting him in the first route. Yep. I will Greg regardless. True. Too bad Mightyena stats suck. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, in hindsight, the stats suck, but as a kid, I picked on vibes as a kid, and it shows. Steel. Yeah, the Steel is still Aeron. Still the Aeron, same reasoning. Okay. Yeah. So, for your Psychic pick, which form of these three did you like the most? Did you like your Ralts? Did you like your Curlia? Or did you like your Gardevoir? The Mawile, clearly. The Mawile, clearly. And yeah, I'm gonna be real, it's Gardevoir. We don't even have to explain that one, gamer. We don't even gotta explain that. GG's, go next. Yeah, no, clearly it was the Mawile, but nah. Clearly. Gooners. Unironically, Mawile is my favorite. Hold on to that. Also, me and Fetty will win. She's in Rise, or she's in Relink. You can do it over there. That's how they get them. Mm-hmm. Man, I got like itchy beard right now. Sorry. I gotta wash this thing out. Long day. Anyway, favorite starter, still the Sceptile. I think Sceptile was the first Pokemon I ever intentionally grinded to level 100. Before, like, no like assistance or anything, just a raw grind to 100. And that's what I liked it as a kid. I wanted to hit like level 100 on a Pokemon, and Sceptile's the one I wanted to do it on. I never grinded to level 100 outside of modern Pokemon games. I did it in Gen 3. I did it in Gen 3 where I had to go to like that specific battle island or whatever where like the dudes were like level 60 or something to get like the best XP. Cause like on the road to victory, like the victory road or whatever, at that point was like level 45 or something like that, level 45 to 50. I had to go to like the battle island and like farm over there. That's real dedication. I set my mind to it and I said, I want level 100. I saw other kids with level 100 Pokemon and I didn't know how they did it. They probably just used some way to like cheese it and I didn't know about it. But I did that legit because I figured out the highest level I could find and grinded that for a good while. What are these gimmick for? What are these gimmick for? What is this? Ew. He looks so ugly. don't like these. I don't like any of these. What are these? I don't like them. Mega Swampert. Yeah, it's like Mega's, ew, he's just an absolute unit. He'd rock me. He would rock me. But yeah, I don't like these Mega Evolutions. Wow. Wow. Mega Mawile? Where's Mega Mawile? Am I blind? I'm probably blind. I don't see Mega. Oh, there it is. It's probably, yeah, it's probably gonna be Mega Sableye. Mega Gardevoir. And they just made her butt big. Why? They just made it bigger. That's all it is. Literally, look, the head and everything's the same. It's just. I'm tempted. I'm tempted. I'm just gonna click it. We're gonna click it and hit the next button and move on with my life. Don't worry about it, chat. But anyway, legendary, no contest Rayquaza. And just wait until you see Mega Lopunny. When did Lopunnies come in? I have no idea when Lopunnies came in. I bet you like Lopunny. I don't think I even played the game that had it. Oh, I did. Oh, well, clearly. That was a Gen 4. I see, I see. But anyway, Rayquaza had too much aura. As much as like all the memories I have from this generation, Rayquaza had too much aura. So that's, yeah, that's the Gen 3. And then Gen 4, this is entering the point. Yeah, this is entering the point where I stopped. Like, this is the last one I played. I liked the Infernape specifically. I liked Infernape. He was cool. I liked all the starters, to be honest. I thought all the starters in this generation were really cool. Oh, okay, never mind. I don't remember liking Turtwig, but I like these two. For grass type, I don't think oh, it was the Leafeon. Yeah, I forgot Leafeon was in this. I like the evolutions. What the heck? Spiky-eared Pichu and Ukulele Pichu. I don't remember these. The Eevees are farming this list. Yes. I'm a mascot kind of guy, and it shows. I don't really remember. I remember this guy, the not Pikachu Pachirisu. Rotom Wash. Yeah, guys, I'm the one Rotom Wash fan, unironically. I'm sure there are some unironic fans out there at this point. The joke's probably been made. Rotom Wash, yeah. But if I remember Pachirisu. Because at that point, that was just the squirrel. They made the squirrel version of Pikachu, and I was like, haha, they're making Pikachu clones. They can't do it. Look at it, look, it's Pikachu clone. Where's the? It's like a Raichu clone. What else? They just really said make a Pikachu clone every time. Here's Ricardo. Oh no, that's the other one. What else? No. Did they not make? They kind of made. They really just try to make Pikachu every time. Mega Raichu. What the heck? I don't even. Yeah, they stopped right here. Okay, I see. They learned their lesson. Rotom Wash though. Anyway, Ice type. Ice type. I liked the Eevees. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I was an Eevee guy. I was the Eevee guy. I like Eevee. No question. Fighting. I think still, yeah, it still had to be Infernape. Firefighting. The firefighting was cool. Back in my day, I liked firefighting before it got spammed 20 million times, right? Flareon, my beloved. True. If I didn't like the Ponyta specifically, because I remember having her for my team. The Ponyta and the Rapidash. Yeah, the Rapidash. I could just see the Flareon angle. What else? Poison, I don't really have a probably the Roserade, because yeah, it's the evolution of this. I remember the Roserade. That's because I remember her. I remember the Roselia. Yeah. Who else? Ground type. I don't remember these as ground specifically. I mean, I remember Mr. Garchomp here, but I didn't really pick him because he was a ground type. I picked him because he was a dragon. I picked him because he was the dragon, right? Yeah, I picked him because he was the dragon, but I guess it covers the ground as well. Flying. This guy, yeah, the haunch crow. This dude had swagger. I like this guy. Yeah, the haunch crow is what I remember for flying for this generation. Dude just puffed his chest out. He's so cool. That's what I'm saying. I think our runner-up would have to be the Drifloon here, because like they had that specific mechanic with Drifloon. But otherwise, Honks Crow. Dragon kind of is covered by Giratina. I'm pretty sure this was the point I was starting to like fall off on Pokemon as a kid. Like I was hitting that point where I was like, I'm too cool for Pokemon. Pokemon's the kid stuff. So I don't really have a specific attachment, too many specific attachments to Gen 4. I liked this guy, Dusk Noir, because yeah, just to follow up this man. Steel, or no, yeah, this is Rock. I don't remember anything for Rock. This is like the advanced, that's the advanced version of this guy, right? Or, yeah, this guy, Nose Pass. So this is the only one I recognize, I'll tell you that much. I was too autistic to let it go. Understandable. I don't remember any of these bug types. The only thing I remember is the honeycomb, Combee. I remember Combee, that's about it. And then Psychic, I think I remember this guy. Yeah, Mime Jr. The pre-evolution stage, Mime Jr. This is like the one they were obsessed with, pre-evolutions. Dark, probably still Haunch Crow. He's got that swagger. Steel, oh, it had to be. Yeah, the Empoleon. This guy, if we're talking about aura, Empoleon had so much, it was insane. Getting a female Combee was so annoying because it turned into the Vespiquen. That's it. That's the only thing I remember. I mean, the fairy had to be Mr. Mime. Starter, it had to be the Infernape. The Infernape was cool. They can only evolve if they're female. I see. These gimmick forms, yeah, I don't know. Therefore, we default smile. At this point, just click it because it's funny. Okay, the legends though. You see, this is like one of those games I did not pay attention to the legendaries too much. There's like, the only one I recognize is Dialga. Because he had like time powers or something, right? I think he had time powers. It was either him or this one, Arceus. Like, I think these two fought, right? And then Dialga was their dad or something. That's what I remember. But Dialga's the only one I really remember. Puts hand on shoulder. I know who you are. Yeah. Next question. Anyway, the favorite from this series, I don't know. I had to be. I mean, when in doubt, you just had to hit your Flareon, your starter, right? Infernape was the thing that I thought was cool. Infernape, like, I was already kind of like getting a little over the series at this point. Like, unironically, I was already kind of like checked out of the series at this point. But the only reason I even finished 4 was because of my Infernape. Yeah, it's like I gotta finish this game just to say I finished it, and then the Infernape could be like I did it for him. Monkey, return to monkey, or cool looking dude, or be an Espeon just cause. Dialga's time, Pink Worm is space, Giratina's antimatter. I will definitely remember this. Smile. Okay, but anyway, this is the point where, yeah, okay, I don't recognize these anymore. This has entered the realm of you could put like fake Pokemon on this list and tell me it's real, and I could not tell you the difference. The real list begins. I mean, at this point, we're just going off. There are fake. I mean, yeah, I don't think there's Monica. And I don't think Monica is real. Just Monica, by the way. Like, this doesn't look real. Who are those legs? Apparently Monica. I don't flame my goat. Don't. The one F00 fan in the house, and he told me to put up a list. Anyway, if we're going off of vibes, probably the Stoutland, maybe the Chichino. That's pretty cute. But I like this dude's mustache. Fire type. They just put an anteater. Just put an anteater. I like the ghost looking one. Chandler. I like the ghost fire. That's interesting. I like this one. Oh my god. What is that hairstyle? Why's he got that on his head? Oh, I don't like any of these. I guess it probably has to be the Samurott. He's got like the conch shell on his head. Why not? Oh yeah, this is the one that had the snake. Superior. Okay, this dude's got like a not pompadour. It looks like a pompadour, but not really. What else? I like the Whimsicott. I like the Sawsbug. What else? I mean, it's probably gonna have to be the Simisage because it's funny. What else? Oh, definitely the Pikachu, the not Pikachu, obviously. The not Pikachu of the season. I have to be. Oh yeah, this is the one that had the ice cream cones. This is the one I remember people complaining about because of like it looking like an ice cream cone. So it has to be, yeah, this is what I remember. People were like, oh my gosh, Pokemon's so uncreative. They just put an ice cream cone. And you got like a worm, you got a rock, you got like a snake. They still do this, yeah. It's just, but this is what I remember, right? They just put an ice cream cone. The literal seal. Yeah, they put like a seal in it. They just put a seal. Like what else? Like just these random examples. They put like a moth. They put a moth and a butterfly in it. Like they put a seagull. Like that sort of thing. So that's what made me laugh. I was like, okay, I'm over it. Called seal. Actually it's spiel. It's intellectual property wise, it's unique. Clearly this is my OC spiel, do not steal. Fighting types, I don't recognize any of these dudes, but this dude's just looking like he got off the construction site. This is the dude that came off the construction site. Black belt, yeah, my favorite fighting Pokemon is the black belt. I like this dude though. Is this poison? Oh yeah, this is the one that had the trash bag. Guys, they put a trash bag. They put a trash bag. Black belt got hands. I mean, at this point, we just gotta do it to be funny. Yeah, just be funny. It's black belt time. What else? What else? This is ground types, right? I don't really care for ground types often enough. This one looks silly. Stunfisk. He literally has hands. Yes, he literally does. They're right there. They're right there. Good luck dealing with those hands. Oh, there's so many flying types. I don't what the heck is... What the heck? I don't recognize any of these. Well, clearly it has to be the Pikachu equivalent. Psychic types. Okay, please tell me there's a cool looking psychic in here. Oh, clearly we had to pick the... They just put a goth girl in this, yeah. Here's the next one. They just put a goth girl. They put a black belt guy and a goth girl in the same game. Clearly Pokemon's running out of ideas. They're not lasting another generation at this rate. Hatsune Miku. Yeah, just Hatsune Miku, but goth. This is just a literal mud crab. Bug types. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't like any of these, so I'm just gonna choose. I'm gonna choose this one. Dwebble. Gothsune Miku. Yeah, exactly. There's a rock. I'm just gonna choose this guy again. Ew. This guy's creepy. I'm gonna just choose the Chandelier again. They put a Chandelier in Pokemon, guys. Oh my god. This is a... Oh, I do not like these dragon types. I mean, I guess this has to be a legendary, right? I bet you that's just the legendary Zekrom. So we'll do him. Dark type. This wasn't this the guy that lets you disguise as other Pokemon? I think that's what I remember about this guy specifically. And he lets you like mess with people. That's the only thing I remember about this. How dare you talk shit about my goat Haxorus? I don't even know who Haxorus is, dog. Where is Haxorus on this list? No. No. Hold up, I gotta change the music. There we go. Speed it up a bit. Haxorus got them axes. Who? Where? What typing is he? What axes? I see the guy with hands. Dragon, third one. Oh, that's not what I thought when you said axes. Haxorus. I don't recognize this guy at all. Oh my gosh. I'm talking so much, I'm starting to hiccup. That's not good. I gotta exhale. It would be sick if it just held axes though. That's what I was looking for. I thought the dude was literally gonna hold axes, and that's why I didn't see it. The slander is crazy. Okay, but imagine with like those little claws that he was holding axes, okay? B sharp is cool. Who's that? Oh, the ninja dude, the ninja helmet guy. Yeah, he's up there. And I think I like the look of the Hydreigon the most. So I'm probably gonna do that one. What else? This is steel typing. This has to be. Yeah, my favorite Pokemon's transport, guys. I like transporting the most. They actually just put so many fake C's in here. I don't know. I know this guy is considered OP. This Ferrothorn was considered OP. That's all I know about this typing. So I guess it's the Ferrothorn. Oh, here we go. Whimsicott. And then starter Pokemon. I don't really like these starters, so I guess Samurott. I guess. Screw Ferrothorn. Yeah, so he was OP. Gotcha. All right. What's the gimmicks of this? Transport is the gimmick again. Guys, I think it has to be transport specifically. Just, yeah, the transport clearly is the OP gimmick. And then legends. This guy's a legendary? I thought he was like a regular old Pokemon. The legs are killing me. Yeah, exactly. Transport the goat Pokemon, apparently, yeah. Transport me away. This Vic T? This guy's a legendary? I guess it's like the other cutesy ones. Yeah, no, I'm so lost on these. I'm actually so lost. So I guess, I don't know. I don't really have a favorite. I guess. And then out of all of these, who do I like the most? I don't know. I don't have any particular attachment to any of these. Like, unironically, I don't really care about any of these. Clearly, it has to be Black Belt. It has to be Black Belt. He's the GOAT. When in doubt, I'm pretty sure Black Goat solos this verse. Or Black Belt solos this verse because he's the GOAT. Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure you go kill your opponents. Sagata Sanchiro. Yes. Nidus. Oh, my eyes are watering. I've been staring at a screen for too long today. Man, I had to work on a Saturday, guys. Man. W Liz. Fun to see other people picking their stuff. Thank you for indulging me. No problem. Yeah, you could tell you could really tell the Gen 5 I just started picking memes because, man, I don't know. Man, I don't know. I chose a crab twice because I didn't know. Mortal eyes can't handle peak. Yeah, show like an actual Pokemon fan this list, and I'm pretty sure they'd have an aneurysm. I'd get spotted as the Pikachu Eevee guy and just get dunked in the trash or something. Yeah, it's like Gen 6 and beyond. I don't reckon. Okay, like Mega Pidgeot is the only thing I recognize here. Like, yeah, this is entering the realm of I don't know. What Mega Eevee, Mega Gmax, Meowth, like I don't even know. What's going on anymore. I'm so lost. Yeah, just GG's. Like I can't recognize any of this. Oh wait, is there like, oh, there's stuff on the bottom here. I can pick my favorites of each typing. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Clearly Eevee. Of all the fires, it probably has to be my Infernape. Of all the waters, my Totodile. Right, this is Totodile, right? Yeah, Totodile specifically. Grass types, it had to be the Bulbasaur. No, actually the Sceptile. I remember the Sceptile more. Clearly a Pikachu diff. I liked the Glaceon, right? I'm pretty sure it was Glaceona. The fighting type, clearly Black Belt. No, it's gonna be the Infernape. Psychic. What happened to my... Oh no, this is poison, that's why. I liked Roselia more. Oh, clearly the Steelix or the Onyx. The flying has to be the Honchkrow. This is the W. Black Horse win, beating the Pikachu equivalent, but I like the Honchkrow more. I think Alakazam is just too good as well. Alakazam is too iconic to me. I liked him as a kid. Bug types, I don't really have a specific one, so probably just the Gen 3. This is the Rock, right? Well, clearly still the Onyx. The Ghost type, I really liked this dude. First Ghost type that I thought was a ghost as a game. Rayquaza has too much aura. Who else? Actually, here, I'm gonna change that. The fighting has to be the Mankey. The Mankey specifically had to be fighting. Ghost type, no, dark type, Umbreon. This is Steel. The Aeron's what I remember because it's funny. Fairy, I don't remember stuff being typed as Fairy. So out of all of these, I remember the Gardevoir. Out of all the starters, it has to be my Sceptile. Out of all the legendaries, or the gimmicks, I'm gonna do Fat Pikachu. Legendaries, still Rayquaza. And my favorite of my favorites of all generations. Oh, this is a tough pick. I'd probably just this entire bottom row's gone. Alakazam, Honchkrow, Butterfree, Roselia, probably Onyx to be honest with you. Totodile, Glaceon, Black Belt. Man, those are like the ones I'd slash off immediately. But then after that, that's rough. It's a really hard choice. Onyx was the first roadblock. Probably not the Glaceon. Sceptile was the first one I stuck with the longest. Not really Totodile. Eevee, I like the Eevees, but probably weak a pick. That's just a funny pick. I did it for Infernape, but he was like not my best pick. Rayquaza has aura, Espeon, whatever. Mankey, like, is the same reasoning with Onyx if I'm gonna slash these both out. So it has to be like Eevee as the first. I really like the concept of the evolutions. Pikachu because he's the OG, and then Rayquaza because that man had aura, and then the Sceptile. Like these four, right? Probably, okay, let's just get the Eevee's probably out because if we're talking about OGs, that goes to these two more. Rayquaza, as much aura as he has, he's kind of just like a one-off thing. I remember the journey with these two. So basically, my choice is, did I enjoy Gen 3 or did I enjoy Gen 1 more? And to be honest with you, I probably enjoyed Gen 3 the most. Gen 3 is the one I remember having the most fun with. So if I had to choose favorite of favorites, Sceptile's right there, and then Pikachu right behind it as the aura pick. So I think it's Sceptile. Yeah, favorites of favorites, just overall. The Sceptiles had my back that entire Gen 3 run. Wanted me to get to level 100. And it was the coolest thing in the world to pull out the level 100 Pokemon whenever you decided to battle your friends on the, whatchamacallit, when you did like that little link on your Game Boys to fight with that specific chord. It was so cool. So that's my pick. Yeah, that's my pick, chat. That's my picks.
Thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. I also stream on Twitch Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at GregTimeTTV. Consider following if you want to catch my content live with the links below. More videos are available here too. Peace.